Before she ended up in the hospital, I felt like I was invincible, said Jillian, 58, who suffered liver failure. But I was not. Alcohol had derailed her life. She had trouble holding down a job and had strained ties with her family and friends. When she was discharged from the hospital to a program in Skid Row, it was not the life that any little girl dreams of, said Jillian, who asked to be identified only by her first name to protect the privacy of her family. But she eventually ended up in the right spot with the right people, a clean and tranquil site dotted with palm trees that can feel a world away from Skid Row. It is called the Oasis, a 40-bed site run by Wesley Health Centers and created through a joint effort of the city and county of Los Angeles. This is a good place, Jillian said, for women to get whole and heal. This Skid Row facility provides recuperative care, which includes medical monitoring, counseling and case management, for homeless people who are medically vulnerable. Such sites have traditionally served unhoused people who have just been released from hospitals, offering the kind of basic care that other Angelenos might get from family or friends at home as they recover. Without such care, if they have a wound that's healing, it can't be cleaned. They don't have a refrigerator to put their medicine in, said Libby Boyce, Senior Director of Programs for the Housing for Health Division at the L.A. County Department of Health Services. Just like anybody who leaves the hospital, they get to go home and somebody watches to make sure they're okay. The programs are meant to halt the revolving door between the emergency room and the streets for homeless people. One analysis that focused on urban hospitals in Connecticut and Florida calculated that such programs, also known as medical respite, shorten the typical length of hospital stays for unhoused patients by 2 days and reduce future trips to the hospital, saving $1.81 for every $1 invested. In L County, researchers also saw an increase in patients using primary care, the bread-and-butter medical services that can prevent future crises. The goal is to stabilize people so that they can recover mentally and physically and hopefully get into housing, proponents say. We often get asked the question, is this solving a healthcare problem, or a housing problem?